We'll talk a little bit about separation agreements, which is when parties are going to go through either a dissolution or divorce, they can prepare a document, and that document can be as simplified or as complicated as they would like it to be. It outlines the terms of their assets and liabilities and how they are going to divvy those up. It tells how, for example, their real estate is going to be divided out to the two of them. If it's a marital property, one person's going to keep that property, if it's going to be refinanced, if they decide they're going to list it for sale, how the realtor is going to be chosen, how it's going to be sold, who's going to be allocated the mortgage interest until that time is occurred, who's going to be living in that property, who's going to be responsible for the upkeep of the house until the time the house is sold. There's a lot of details that can go into the property. And then after that property is sold, who's entitled to the equity in that house. Both of them can be divided in evenly. If the house is upside down, that can be distributed as well. Who's going to be responsible for the debt. Additionally, we talk about the cars. Who's entitled to which title in the car? If cars need to be sold. Generally, we try to make sure that each person's entitled to a vehicle so that nobody's left out in the cold on that. We try to make sure that the debts are divided up evenly, so that if there's credit card debt, we try to make sure that everything is evenly distributed for the parties. If there's spouse support that needs to be allocated, the court wants us to make sure that everything is, our I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and that document needs to be executed just so. And they would prefer to have our document tidied up with a separation agreement as opposed to having it in a decree. And then the decree will incorporate everything from the separation agreement into the decree. We will have other items such as the 401ks, and if there's a retirement account like a PERS account or STRS account, those items will be listed in there as well, and how those are allocated. If the persons decide that they are going to be divvied up between the parties, then we allocate that out, and we have to direct that a division of property order or a qualified domestic relations order will be issued following the final divorce ends. That's all indicated in that separation agreement. If the parties elect that each person is going to be keeping their own type of account, then that is listed specifically as well. We try to make sure that all our information is put down in that separation agreement so that everybody understands what they're going to be getting in the terms of either a dissolution or divorce, all in that one document. And also that document is going to be usable, so if something it's filed with the court so that if we need it for later, in other words, to transfer a title, that's supposed to be executable so that you can take it somewhere and take it to the auto title, and you say, listen, I need to have this title exchanged, and you have that with you. So we hope that we can get everything moved forward in a positive way with the separation agreement.